Tax deferral is the most important concept that unfortunately not enough people understand. It is really the magic behind retirement account investments. It's the magic behind generating tax-free wealth. It's the science behind how you could generate an enormous amount of tax-free wealth, all from just investing a few dollars a day. It's that simple. Unfortunately, it's a concept that is not taught in school. I always give this example. I went to college, I went to law school, I got a master's in tax law. I never took one course on the value of tax deferral or compounding return. I took plenty of courses on art history, psychology, sociology, political science, things I probably don't even remember. I definitely don't remember, and I know definitely haven't made me or helped make me money, but tax deferral will, and it's a guarantee. And it's such an important core concept that I want to spend time, and I want to go through some examples to really show everyone the true power of tax deferral. The idea of tax deferral is simple. It's the basis behind the traditional IRA, the pre-tax 401k. The whole idea is simple. Your money is going to grow faster if it's not subject to tax. So if you may put $100 into an IRA today and you generate $20 and there's no tax, you're going to have $120. And if you generate another $20, you're going to go from $120 to $140, and so on and so forth. If you are paying tax, let's say you pay a 20% tax rate, and you made $20, well, now you have to pay $4 in tax. And now instead of having $120, you have $116, and so on and so forth. And if you do that over 30, 40 years, you're going to have a considerable amount of less money. And I want to show you a few examples because this is so amazing that you probably won't believe me. But you may not believe my words, but the numbers don't lie. So let me throw a few examples out here just to kind of show you the value of what I'm talking about. Let's say, and some of these are just so crazy that you'll get an idea. So let's assume a 12-year-old kid who works, who has bona fide earned income. It's possible. I actually have a 4- and 7-year-old, and I pay my kids for performance of services through a business. So it's possible. 12-year-old kid puts in $2,400 a year from 12 till 70, generates 8% average rate of return, which is pretty reasonable. He'll have almost $2.8 million. Okay. If he had a taxable account, he'd only have $1 million. Okay. So let's say someone who is, we'll get someone a little older so you can see. So let's say someone's 28 years old and puts in $4,500 a year, okay, and gets a 9.5% rate of return, which if you look at the S&P 500 historically from, I believe, 1928 to 2011 is about a 9.8% rate of return. So if you get 9.5%, $4,500 a year from 28 to 70, you'll have almost $4.1 million, okay? If you did it with, you can see if you did it with taxable money, you'd have a considerable amount less. Let's see, if someone is 18 years old, okay, and puts in $3,200 a year. Again, this isn't even the max. Let's just say they just put $3,200 in a year from 18 to 70. Gets 9.5% rate of return, almost $4.1 million, okay? So you can see the enormous value. Let's say someone at 16 just puts in $1,600 a year, just gets 6.5% return. They'll have almost $760,000. If they use the taxable account, they'd have $370,000. So, the numbers don't lie. It's an incredible amount of power tax deferral has. You can grow your money. You can literally be a millionaire when you retire. And you don't have to start at age 4 or 7. Start at 16, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50. Even $1 a day helps. Because let your money work for you. That's the power of tax deferral. Compounding return. You average 8%. Over 8 years, your money doubles. Okay, that's the whole idea. The first thing we learn in law school, defer tax. Don't pay tax is the best, but if you have to pay tax, defer it. Push it off. Why? Because your money is growing without tax. That's the name of the game. You want to defer the tax or not pay it, so your money gets to grow and multiply quicker. That's the whole point of this. The IRS, Congress, you won't believe me, but they are giving us the golden ticket. They're giving us the golden keys to literally unlock a vault of wealth, of jewels in the next 30, 40 years. You just got to be patient. You got to start early and you got to be consistent. but you can do it. And you don't have to be wealthy or rich. You can actually be an average person, or you can even be a struggling student. This is open to anyone. But in order to prosper, you got to get in the game. You got to play. You got to open the IRA or Roth IRA account. You got to put in some money each year, even if it's $1 a day. I always get this, answer. Well, I can't save. I'll save next year. I got student debt. I want to buy a new car. I want to take my family on vacation. I got bills. I got mortgage. Obviously, I understand. I know everyone can't put away $5,500 a year. I'm not unrealistic. I'm not stupid to think that money grows on trees and everyone can just blow it whenever they want and also save. I got you. But I do think 99% of the people out there can save $1 to $2 a day. Okay? And if you're able to save $1 or $2 a day and you start relatively early, you will have $1 million plus tax-free if you just get an average return of 8 or 9% over the next 50 years. And if you're already older, you may have less. You may only have 200, 300, 400,000, but it will grow. Okay? And that money is still better than you would have had if you put that $2 or $3 into a cappuccino or into a taxable account at your bank account. If you're going to save, do it in a retirement account. You're going to get tax deferral, or doing a Roth IRA specifically if you can, because you'll get tax-free income, which if you keep that Roth IRA open for 5 years and be at least 59.5 when you pull it out, you'll never pay tax again. And that is a home run. That's the Super Bowl MVP. That's what you want to do. All my money's in Roth. My kids' money's in Roth. I'm going to push them to make Roth contributions their whole life. I'll help them if they can't make it. But everything they earn, I want it saved in a Roth IRA. My kids will have extreme wealth, and they're not even going to know it. I'm going to help them do it, but it's just going to be the whole idea of tax deferral. In fact, if you save from 20 to 30, okay, and just let that money grow and never save another penny after it, you'll have more money than if you start saving in 30 to 70. Okay? Because why? Because your money's going to work for you. It's going to let it grow. And that's the name of the game. That's the key. And that's what I suggest people understand. Unfortunately, there's not enough people that understand the power of tax deferral. It's too bad. It's not everyone's fault. It's just a lack of education. Again, I went to law school, college, master's in tax law. Never really got the whole concept of tax deferral. Never was knocked into my head. That's my goal. I want to make sure you all understand it. So if you don't have an IRA, get out there. Open one up today. You can open one up for free. It doesn't even need to be self-directed. Just dump money in there and let it work. Let the process work for you. Let it grow. Trust the process. And you will have millions in your retirement account. And if you don't have millions, you will have hundreds of thousands of dollars tax-free